Why own multiple machines when one machine can do it all? Because you might be a company that offers lawn mowing services, sports turf maintenance, or even big clearance jobs. And when we start adding up all this specialist commercial gear, it certainly can get very pricey. But I got a machine behind me that might just solve all your lawn care needs. And that machine is the Grasshopper 900D. Think of it as a multi-tool of the lawnmower and ground care world. And we've got an exciting video lined up for you today because we got 3 of their attachments to fit onto the front of this machine. Now, at the moment, we've got the 61-inch side discharge deck fitted up. We have a 1.4 meter flail mower. We have a Buffalo turbine, or shall I call it an air cannon, and something very different. This thing is an Aeravator, something I've never used before. So it's going to be interesting to see what it actually does. Now, one thing I've got to mention is these attachments are all PTO driven, and the machine itself has got a quick converter system. So throughout the video, we're going to show you how to fit these attachments on. We are also got 3 different sites lined up to use these machines to actually put them through their paces to see what sort of job they actually do. So let's fit up our first attachment and get going. Okay, so we made it to site 1, and this site is a local football pitch, and a week or so ago I actually used the 61-inch side discharge deck that we fitted on the front of this machine to mow it. Now, the ground is ridiculously hard, and the football pitch are worried now when it's coming into the autumn and winter that there's going to be drainage issues. So I said, well, I've got the perfect tool for that, and we are going to aerate it with the Aeravator from Grasshopper. So this attachment on the front. I've never used anything like this at all before in my life. It is PTO driven. I don't know if I'm going to have to go at a certain speed to keep up with it. I just don't know what's going to happen. So we're going to just try it around little areas of the ground before we actually put it on the pitch to see what it can do. But let's get going, fire this one up and see what we can do. Right, so we'll get to the edge of the pitch. I've done some test runs. So it works on the weight of the machine going into the ground. Like I say, it is PTO driven, so just watch this, see what this does. Ready? Look at that, look at that. The PTO-powered Aeravator is a coreless aeration attachment designed for Grasshopper front-mount zero-turn mowers. Offered in 40 and 60-inch widths, these front-mounted units make it easy to aerate turf, lawns and compacted soil, even in areas that once required walk-behind machines. Unlike traditional plug or core aerators, the Aeravator leaves no messy cores behind, allowing you to complete aeration jobs more quickly and efficiently. On a football pitch like this, aeration keeps the turf healthy, resilient and safe by relieving compaction and improving air, water and nutrient flow. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I wasn't expecting that. That attachment kind of shakes as it's going forward, and it's like it's on land drive, so you're not having to keep up with the speed of it. It's kind of doing its own thing as you're driving forward. It's reacting to that speed, so it's quite, yeah, very intuitive. But let's have a look and see if we can find some of our aeration holes and see how far we're going down. So we're going down about that far at the moment. What would that be, about 1.5 inches into the ground? Like I said, this is rock hard, this ground as well. So it's relying on the weight of the machine to put it into the ground. And it's obviously spiking all these holes. Imagine what it would be like if the ground was a little bit softer. I mean, what are they? They've got to be good 3 inches there, aren't they? But yeah, nice little addition to that machine. So it's turning it from just a mower into, shall we call it, an implement carrier. Anyway, I got a little bit more to do, so I'm going to finish off here and then we'll whip over to area 2 and show you the other 2 attachments. So we're now going to attach up the flail mower, and I'm going to show you how simple and easy it is. So the first thing to do is to take out this little tool down here. Lift up your foot plate, slot your tool into the arm, take your R-clip out and your washer, take the tension off the lifting chain, do that on both sides. Then all you do is drop your deck down to the lowest position. Then you can take the PTO shaft off. Then you've got these 2 quick attach levers which you pull out on both lifting arms. Lock them out the way. Then using your electric deck lift, just lift up your arms, unclip your auxiliary electrics. And then all you do is reverse the process, put your pin back in through on your lifting arms, put your PTO shaft on, and that is job's a good one. So I think it's now time we head down the field, find some long grass and give this flail a go. So we've got a pretty good location here to use our flail mower on. Now we cut this ground a good sort of 2 months ago, I should think, and it was fairly long. Now, as you can see, the reeds are starting to take control. We got a fair amount of pretty lush grass here as well. And I think the thing with this is it's gonna show me, as well as you guys, what this machine with a flail can do on it, because I've, from sort of historically as being sort of a dealer and selling these types of machines, I've always thought flail mowers on the front of a lawnmower is a little bit of an afterthought. It's certainly not what a tractor can do or a dedicated brush mower. So trying this, obviously PTO driven as well, obviously there shouldn't be hopefully any lack of power going to the front, and being front mounted you can see what you're cutting, I think will be very beneficial. So let's take a whack at this area here and I'll tell you a little bit more about it as we get going. Farming. This flail mower is built by Peruzzo, an Italian manufacturer that has been designing equipment for agricultural and green space management since 1959. Equipped with swinging Y flails, it's ideal for mowing grass, weeds and light brush, delivering a fine mulch and a clean, even finish. Y flails are especially well suited for maintaining turf, sports fields and parks where a smoother cut is preferred over the heavier impact of hammer flails, which are better for dense or woody vegetation. For added versatility, this unit can also be fitted with alternative blade options for heavier growth or converted into an aerator with the addition of verticut knives, making it a highly adaptable machine. And you just love the sound of a flail winding down. So that was only grass, and I didn't actually adjust the height of cut. To do that, you just lift up the cutting deck itself, and you've got the spacers on the dolly wheels at the front, which you can then obviously pack up or down to adjust your height. So nice and simple. But like I say, it's only grass, it's nice and light. It went through an absolute breeze, so I think we ought to find some sort of brackeny areas, a little bit heavier material, and actually see what that machine can do in that. That is one thoroughly impressive machine. Now, there is a huge range of attachments that this machine will cater for. Now, they're not all in stock in the UK, they are special order, but it is worth speaking to your local dealer or Grasshopper UK, and they will be able to advise on the different attachments that fit on this and obviously your lead time. I love that flail, I think it's a brilliant bit of kit. There is just something that you need to be aware of, and that is because it's such a heavy unit and obviously the back end is a little bit lighter. If you get into any areas where you're going down a hill and you lose traction on one wheel, then you will start to obviously spin because it is only a two-wheel drive machine. But with those cleated, those chevron tires on there, actually you can get out from pretty much anywhere. And I think, yeah, traction wise, it's pretty good for what it is for a two-wheel drive machine. But I've made a bit of a mess in the field now, so I think I ought to hook up the old blower, 150 mile per hour blower force coming out the end of that tube, clean our grass area up, and then we'll find another site and perhaps blow some leaves because the leaves are starting to fall. Now this is probably the most exciting attachment I wanted to get on the front of this machine, the Buffalo Turbine. It looks a bit gawky, looks a bit like a rhino with a big horn, doesn't it? But look at that, look how cool that is. Now obviously we got an actuator on there which adjusts my big nozzle, my big tube on the front, and that is on a switch box here which is magnetic, which you can turn left or right, and that is connected in just behind the seat. Now obviously it's PTO driven just like the other attachments and it's fitted on exactly the same. But look at this, right, check this out. I've had a little quick play with it, but look at this. It goes all the way round, and I thought it would just stop like there and then you'd have to go there, but it actually goes all the way up as well. So let's do some blowing. This is the first time I fired this beast up. Now in this field obviously we just flailed it off and there's a bit of grass debris left behind, so I don't know how effective it's going to be, but we're going to try and blow all that debris to one side of the field and then we'll go and find some leaves and stuff like that. So let's fire it up to start off with. Let's keep it on lower revs. Right, let's that's low rev. Now this is what I've been waiting for, the PTO-driven turbine blower, a debris-clearing powerhouse. With a nozzle that rotates a full 360 degrees, operators can direct airflow exactly where it's needed, quickly and effortlessly moving even the biggest piles. Blasting out air at 150 miles per hour, the turbine blower makes short work of leaves, debris and even fallen branches, all while keeping the Grasshopper zero-turn agility. So I can really see how much of a difference this attachment will make, especially if you've got a large area where you've got loads of leaves and debris on the lawn. Because look at the field there, look how much grass and crap is left on there compared to what we've blown off. Now this took us about 2 minutes, and the amount of volume of air coming out of that nozzle and the speed of it, you can clear this area so quick. But obviously it is designed for, you know, curbs and up against road edges and stuff like that. So we're going to find some leaves now and see what sort of effect that has on a harder surface. Just check out the impressive power and airflow in action as it lifts away even the heaviest mud and debris from this car park's hard surface. Some sections haven't been touched in years, yet the blower makes quick, effortless work of clearing large areas fast. So there we have the Grasshopper 900D. Like a bow with many strings. Obviously we've got 3 attachments here today. There is a vast range of other attachments, but what I like about this machine is the flexibility of it. Obviously the range of different attachments. You can turn literally on a sixpence, and that is the beauty of that machine. Just spin on the spot at the end of your row and go back down. And the other thing I really like about the machine is because everything is mounted on the front of it, you get that extra visibility. Particularly beneficial when you're mowing. You know, we obviously got the 61-inch side discharge deck there, but with that flail mower in front, if you're going into thick long grass, you don't know what's in front of you, you want to be able to obviously see what you're going to cut. And I think that is a real highlight of that machine. Now the machine obviously comes with the mowing deck, but there is, like I said, a huge range of attachments. So there is shielded sprayers, there's dozer blades, there's edgers, there's a tine rake dethatcher, there's rotary brooms, there's a snow thrower, there's a V-plough, and there's also a front mounted power vac system. So if you want to collect the grass, you can bolt it onto the side of the machine and then have a hopper on the back so you can collect all your grass clippings. Now, if I run a lawn care or a grounds maintenance company, would I check out one of these machines? Yes, I certainly would. Now, there is a huge range of specialist dealers throughout the UK and Ireland. So if you want to have a demo, check out Grasshopper UK or check out one of their specialist dealers and get a bum on the seat and actually see how impressive that machine is for yourself. Now, this is the second video we actually made on this machine. We made a dedicated video just on the mower and the deck itself. So if you want to check it out, we popped it in this bottom corner just there. Anyway, we're Machinery Nation. We bring you product videos every week all about tools and machinery. We hope you enjoyed this video. Ding the notification bell, like the video, drop us a comment below, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.